How's it going, folks? Always busy, Dad. A couple years ago, we moved into a house that had well water, and we noticed that the water, well, we had a water test done, and the water was very hard and had a little bit of a, well, common when you have well water, it has a little bit of a taste to it. And we decided we were going to put in a filtration system, but we didn't want to filter the whole house, and wasn't necessary because the water wasn't hard enough in order to constitute filtering all the showers and the washers and all the sinks for everything in the house. So I went with a under sink water filtration system that has its own faucet on it in order to have water to drink and use for making coffees or whatever else we're going to use it for. So real quick here, I'm going to go over what I did to install it and how easy it is, and then I'm going to also go over how to change the filters in the system, because periodically I have to change them. The one I bought has a specific time frame of 6 months, or I think something like 10,000 gallons, something like that. It's fairly small, easy to install, and let's go over it real quick. Alright, so this is the water filter system I bought. Just mounts on the wall right underneath in the cabinet under the sink, so it's out of the way, doesn't take up a lot of space. You mount it high enough that you could still put your normal under sink things underneath it. Comes with this white plastic line that you just have to cut in order to fit the way you're going to be using the system. And it comes with its own little faucet that goes on top of the sink, so it's dedicated for just the water coming through the filters. Fairly easy. You find between the hot and the cold line which one's the hot line, turn off, or the cold line, sorry. Turn off the water, pop the faucet on for a couple of seconds just to drain any excess water out, or any pressure off at least, and then grab a bucket, put it underneath to take the metal line that goes to the faucet off of the actual hard line that comes in, or PVC, PEX, whatever system your house is using. And then you put in this little adapter that the filter system comes with, and the white line, as you see, comes off. I have it wrapped around and it goes up into the side. Fairly easy to install. It's lock fitting, so you basically just push the hose into it and then it locks itself in, and you give it a quick tug real quick to make sure that it's tight, and then you run the line off of the other side and you bring it up. And because of where the sink is, it's kind of hard to see, but it just has a fitting similar to that one, where you put a little ring on the line and tighten down the nut in order to keep it in place. That's all the way up in the back here, where it goes into the back of the sink. But fairly easy to change the filters. They come with a wrench in order to take the filters in and out. I don't usually need to use it because it's not that hard to turn them. So you just basically turn the filter counterclockwise half a turn, and when you're turning it, it actually shuts the water flow off to the filter that you're pulling out. You get a little drip of water, but nothing horrible. Then you put the filter, take the filter, and right here there's a opening, so you just take the top off, and then you have the bottom piece, so you just take it apart and change the filters out. Alright, so this is what comes in the package with the filters. You have one white filter, one with a blue sleeve, and a new battery to replace in the filter housing in order to for its timer or gallon quantity meter. So this is the filter. Once you take it apart, as you can see, you have the top half, and then you have the bottom half, and the filter came out. You can see there's a little discoloration, brownish on it, nothing horrible. I've seen them worse when I lived in a town with city water. Well water seems to be a little bit better. So you just take and then you pop the filter into the housing, screw the cover right back on. And then give it a nice quick snug. So the label on it goes on the outside, so you just turn it so it's facing backwards, and it also has the little fingers on the top and the locking ring, so it'll only go in one way so that it fits properly. So you just line it up, push it up in there, turn it to half a turn back, and it refills that filter. And then you do the same with the one on the other side. Take it half a turn, change out the white filter. Alright, as I mentioned, it has that little tab on the top there, and that light's blinking red. So after you change the filters, you grab this little tab, and it has a battery in it. Just make sure you put the battery back in the same position, and that's there in order to monitor the amount of fuel. The filters to be changed, it starts beeping and the red light on the top starts flashing. So changing the battery sort of tells the machine that you changed the filters. And as you can see, now that the new battery's in, no more red light. And fairly simple. Took a matter of maybe 25 minutes to do the whole process, cleaning out underneath the sink as well, and changing them all over. And as you can see, there was the white filter and the blue filter. They both are discolored. The black in this one is the carbon inside of it just leaching through. And the other thing is, if you read the instructions on the filters after you change them, you just turn the faucet on and you let it run for about 10 minutes in order to process out any micro fragments of the carbon and flush the filters. Thanks for watching.